concept of startup. What is a startup actually? One of the key requirements for startups is some kind of innovation, of business model innovation, value proposition innovation, any kind. It's not necessarily has to be a technology innovation. Another aspect important for startups, which is growth. Real startups, true startups are focusing on growth. It means if you are developing a business that will be very, very local, very, very narrow, yes, you're starting a new company, but we can't call it a true startup. But if you're thinking about how to grow your business, how to scale, how to become global, how to conquer the world with your product, with your service, yes, that's the startup. So let's get down to the mistakes. It's probably one of the most popular mistakes when people say, we should create the product first, and then we will think about how to sell it. Why it's wrong attitude? You can build a dead horse and then try to sell it. So actually, in 1960s, there was such a business mindset called like, I don't know actually how it's called in English, but it should be called like a product creation mindset in business. That meant that if you can create an awesome product, just a good product, that's the main success factor for your business. If you create a good product, then you will be able to sell it, people will come, people will buy, you will earn, you will invest your earned money again into creating new products, and the business will go on. But now we are living in the 21st century. Something has changed. This methodology doesn't work anymore. And you have to create products that will be loved and used by customers, not by you. In order to avoid this mistake, you should focus on marketing at the very beginning to find out what people really need, what will be adored by customers. So that's the second mistake, tightly related to the first one, offering nice to have but not essential value. Have you heard about that nice to have benefit concept? Yeah, it would be nice to have, but I don't have money at the moment, so I don't need it, I won't buy it. But generally, yes, it's nice to have. Would you buy it? Yes, I would buy if I would have separate money. Yeah, next time, something like that. So if you're building your startup on nice to have benefit, you will fail. Unless this is the economic growth, everybody has too much money, and then they will buy nice to have benefits from you. But most likely not. Patricia O'Sullivan is the founder of this one, and what she did, she didn't hire freelancers or coders to start coding her app. First of all, she interviewed 106 repair shops in 5 countries. With some of them, she had even up to 5 or 6 interviews. And actually, she had to build 26 prototypes on PowerPoint to find the right one. So if she wouldn't have done the research of the topic, wouldn't have tested her prototypes, what would happen to her? She would have programmed, coded the first one prototype. Yes. She made a mock-up on the PowerPoint like a presentation with screens of the mobile phone. And if you click this one button, what happens? She goes to that slide and shows, okay, then you will have this one. If you click this, you will go to this one. What she decided to do at the very beginning, so first of all, to find out which problems are most painful for her potential customers. She was trying to build an app for auto repair shops to make their business easier. She had more than 20 ideas how an app could help their life easier. But after so much of interviews, creating 26 prototypes, showing them to auto repair shop mechanics and owners, she came to the one which brought her success. Then she did the experiment, which I call 5,000 grand experiment. She said, okay, in order to create this one app from this particular prototype, I roughly need $30,000. I have $15,000. So if I could raise 15 from somewhere else, I could create this app and then go to the market and to offer to monetize it somehow. So she decided to go to just to 3 repair shops and tell the story that here is the app, here is the prototype. It costs approximately 30,000. I'm ready to pay 15,000, but I need just 5,000 from your side to make it happen. If you want, you can join this and you will be able to use this app lifetime ever with all updates, upgrades, and etc. And all those 3 repair shops said, yes, we are in. Then Patricia did a bit more research with other workshops and noticed, yeah, that was quite a good indicator that she has come to something that people love and like. It's now her current website, and she made the focus just on 3 problems, trying to solve them in her app. Actually, when she did her first interviews, she didn't even mention that she's trying to create an app. She was asking what kind of problems you as a repair shop owner have. So one of the most painful problems was paperwork, accountancy issues. Mechanics had to fill the invoices, accountancy issues, and it's a terrible headache for us. If you could take it from our head, that would be awesome. That would be great. We could pay for that. Another important issue for them was rapid decision. When the car is brought to the repair shop, the mechanic checks it and says, okay, you have to change this, this, and that. You need to take this procedure, this repair works. And for most founders, it was difficult to explain in simple words for people, for regular car owners, what needs to be done, why it needs to be done, and to make the decision faster. And Patricia said, okay, what if I would help you to make those decisions faster? So, what are the results of this app? They received 20,000 euros grant from government. They received the contract for small government investment. They even got shortlisted in one of the world's top accelerators and got the invitation from Silicon Valley Angel Syndicate that are ready to invest in her app $500,000 after she finishes the accelerator program. Now, the third mistake, lack of market verification. Saying is not the same as paying. So basically it means that it is not enough to ask a customer, will you pay this price for my product if I build it? 42.6% of startups that I've surveyed were trying to address really important problems or create some kind of tremendous value, something what customers never ever even dreamed about that. But they didn't test that in the market, or they did that in the wrong way. Almost half startups don't test their assumptions in the market. And that's the mistake. Remember the Patricia, she did 26 prototypes. If she wouldn't have tested those, she would have built on the #1 prototype. This one startup as well could be like an example. This is like B2C, business to consumer. Maybe you have seen this one, Mode Garden. Oh, not yet. So this guy from Canada decided to create furniture where you can grow vegetables or spices, and you don't need to care too much about them. There is as well an app which shows when to plant them, when to seed them, how much calories you will get, how much minerals, and so on. The awesome thing for guys is that you don't even have to water those, because you just pour the water in the tank, and the system, the furniture itself, makes watering of those all gardening stuff. How much water they need, that's it. You just forget about it. What Aaron did, first of all, he made the feasibility study, like checked, okay, how many potential customers I would have with such kind of a furniture. Okay, there's some kind of a statistics, you could read that, you could go that into details, but saying is not the same as paying. Most of those surveyed customers could say, wow, you have quite cool furniture, I would buy it. The price is $450. Would you buy it? Yeah, nice to have, probably. Nice to have, but 450 is 450. So he's preparing for the experiment. The experiment is Kickstarter Indiegogo. And he will launch on Kickstarter when he will have a certain amount of emails. Okay. Mistake number 4. Anything to please investors instead of customers. Have you noticed how many startups try to look great in the eyes of investors? The good thing is that yes, investors can bring money, they can bring network, they can bring resources, they can bring even some quick wins. But if you have a good product, if you have a valuable and verified solution. Yes, there are angel investors who invest in very, very early stage startups. First of all, focus on your customers. If you show the traction, if you bring customers, many things will follow automatically. Number 5, thinking that we have no competitors. Would it be great to have no competitors? It would be a miracle. But I have never ever met a startup or any other company that would have competitors. Don't forget that there is direct competitors and indirect competitors. If you created something new, it means that people just live their ordinary life in the old style. So their current lifestyle is also your competitor. My recommendation, don't dream that you don't have competitors. Simply ask, how can we find out with whom we are competing? That's the main question. Because your customers will be aligning you and your competitor with whom they think you are competing. Number 6. Yeah, we have brilliant idea and it will go viral by itself. Heard anyone saying that? We have awesome startup, it will be viral, boom, we just need some investment from investors and everything will be awesome. Yeah? It is called hope marketing. I hope everything will be okay, but in most of the times, it's not okay. and in most of times, it's just wasted money and you're out of cash. Have you ever heard about 3 engines of growth? So before talking that, okay, my awesome stuff will go viral, think about which one of those growth engines, viral, sticky, or paid, you will use. Number 7, it's also related with the previous one. All we need is a good growth hacker. Know who is the growth hacker? The magic man who makes your business grow very, very fast. Yes? So, and if your business doesn't grow fast, who's guilty? Growth hacker guilty, because he doesn't know how to hack your growth. The problem is that if you are not prepared for the growth, what happened? Death by growth. Why some of the startups become dead because of their rapid growth? Why? Even if everything is okay, but they're not prepared, they can't handle the growth. What happens to the quality of their product, of their service, of customer support? It's decreasing, decreasing, decreasing. And if they are not prepared, boom, that's it. Another thing is, only less than 20% of startups, which I've had a chance to talk with, were prepared for upsell and cross-sell strategies. What is the upsell? If I'm selling you 1 glass of water, and you are already taking money from your purse, and I say, hey, come on, would you like 2 glasses of water? The second one is just at a half of a price. As an example, this is an upsell. It means I have 1 single customer, but my sales increased 1.5 times. Correct? So this is the upsell strategy. How to sell more of my stuff to the same customer, the same stuff to the same customer. What is the cross-sell? When I'm selling something differently, what is related? When you are purchasing a new laptop, you will be offered a mouse and other accessories. Yeah? That is the cross-sell. So if you are developing a startup, you have a product, think about upsell and cross-sell. And then you can drive traffic and drive customers, and each one of the new customers that will come to your startup and buy something, they will buy more from you. That is the true growth. Number 8, marketing needs a huge budget, therefore we'll take care of it after fundraising. When we got fundraised, then we will hire a marketing guru who will solve all of our problems. What was amazing for me, that 48%, almost 48% of startups were already on the market. They were already trading their product. Not just running tests, but you could purchase that on online stores, on physical stores or whatever. But only less than 40% had developed their brand and positioning, and only 17% had a consistent marketing plan. What does it tell? That simply crafting a positioning statement, developing your marketing strategy, preparing 1 or even few alternative marketing plans doesn't require any money. It requires your brain and a bit of effort. So why should you delay your marketing till you get funded? You would look totally differently talking to investors then you could say, okay, guys, if you invest this amount of money, we have prepared this marketing plan, and we can go this, and we will win this battle. That will be awesome. If you can invest only this small amount, yeah, we can take that as well, not to our pockets, but we have a plan B. This is not as great as this one, but we still can develop, and we believe everything will be okay, but at a lower pace. So try to develop your marketing strategy and marketing plan even without any finances for different scenarios. Ever heard about that? Big launch, big boom. We will develop a nice product, we will get funded, and then we will think about marketing, the previous mistake, and with a big launch, we will enter the market and everything will be great. Not. Actually, even in United States, most of startups fail with big launches. They waste money on press releases, on advertising campaigns. They get some initial traction, but then it goes down. It's quite different statistics, but approximately more than 80% of big launches for startups are failures. Big launches work well for standard, regular business, where you know your market, where you're familiar with your competitors, where you can forecast something. With startups, you should do step-by-step that. And burning money instead of investing. Cash burn rate means how fast you are burning your money. Funny. It means that you are spending your money, and the only question is what tangible value you are creating spending this money. I've talked to Mark Tutley from UK. His company has changed the name 3 times, I guess, so I don't recall which one the name was the first. But the main point was that he was starting like a website administration, creating, it was a 1990s something. We could even barely talk about startups at that moment, but his company was introducing a new service like website administration. And he and his partner, they even didn't have an office. They wanted to keep their cash burn rate as low as possible. Only when they received the call from Hewlett-Packard and said, okay, guys, we liked your offer for our tender, and we would like to check your office, how you are doing that. They said, whoops, we don't have office. We need to rent it. So then they rented the office and stayed in that office. After 10 years, he sold his company $127 million or something like that. At the beginning, he even had no office. So we don't need to pay huge salaries at the beginning. We don't need to pay for office rent and for other fixed costs if that doesn't bring you tangible value. And of course, we should see the difference between fundraised and earned money. You can easier spend your earned money from sales, from customers, rather than from investors. If you're spending investors' money for office rent, they won't be very happy about that.